This is hung overhand right, and this is the UFC London Aspinall versus Tybura preview show, and this is a fun card. I'm really excited for this one. Mm-hmm. Literally, if there was just a belt on top, I think it could be a pay-per-view.
It probably could, honestly.
It's a great card. Let's start with the first fight. We're doing this in Tapology's order. I don't know if this is going to be the actual order or not.
I would assume not.
First fight.
Anyways.
On their list. Andre Muniz versus Paul Craig. Andre Muniz, 23-5, coming off a loss to Brendan Allen. Got submitted with like a minute left in the fight.
Which is odd because he's
the grappler.
Very highly touted grappler.
Yeah. He's from Brazil, 33 years old, 6'1".
I didn't realize how long he's been in the UFC either.
Muniz.
Like, he has a lot of fights in the UFC.
He does. He was definitely under the radar for a while there. And he doesn't have like the most exciting style. So
no.
Wasn't a lot of hype on him. But Paul Craig, the Bear Jew.
The Bear Jew.
16-6-1, coming off of 2 losses in a row. Fighting out of Coatbridge, Scotland.
And Paul Craig was 9-0 when he made his UFC debut.
Damn. 35 years old, 6'3". Yeah, I mean, Muniz, the Brendan Allen fight, he got submitted with a minute left. I thought, actually, his striking in that fight looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I literally underlined, like, when I was writing notes on this, that he is a much better striker than Paul Craig.
Yes.
Like,
it's not pretty, but he hits hard. He's got long arms.
He's got power. He's got 15 subs in his career, but I don't know if he's going to sub Paul Craig unless he drops something on the feet, which I think is, honestly, I think I'm probably, and it hurts me to say, I'm probably going.
Fuck you guys. I think Paul's going to try to drag him to the ground and do his thing.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I watched Paul Craig versus Uzdemir earlier, and he did his like mean mug shit that he always does, and then he 10 seconds in pulled guard and just kept pulling guard. And it was only close because Uzdemir got tired as fuck, but like, is he going to pull guard against a world-class black belt? You think?
Brendan Allen subbed him.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Paul Craig?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Brendan Allen fight was weird because Muniz was landing a lot, probably winning. And
for
he
some
got his
reason,
back taken and sub.
That is just blank. I don't remember that for whatever reason.
It was the card that Nikita Krylov and Ryan Spann got pulled. Like you weren't here for that one. We podcasted it, but they got pulled like an hour before.
Oh, okay.
And then they moved Brendan Allen up. But anyways, yeah, Paul Craig. I mean, obviously the Johnny Walker fight. Tried to catch a kick, got knocked out, and then before that he lost to.
He's so up and down, man.
Volkan Uzdemir. So
up and down, up and down. He beat fucking the ex-champ Jamal Hill.
Yeah, I was there for
Snapped
that one.
his shit
Broke
off.
his goddamn arm.
Yeah, I mean, so this is one that I don't know what the approach is going to be for Paul Craig. Really,
clinch, put him up against the fence.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Try to work from there.
You wanna look at the odds?
I do. I bet Craig is a slight dog.
Yep, he is. Actually, not really slight.
Oh,
This actually kind of surprised me a little bit.
Dog.
I mean, minus 190 Muniz, plus 165 Craig. I'm picking Muniz to win. I think he can hurt him on the feet and not get subbed. But at minus 190, I'm not real happy to throw money at that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like maybe inside the distance. I don't know. What do you think? We don't have props yet. We're recording the Saturday before this card, but
it's just a weird fight. I think either one of them have the capability of finishing each other. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, this is a tough
That's
one for
a
me.
tough one.
You're more the grappler. I'm like, I kind of have a better
I kind
feel
of
for
hope
striking.
it's a grappling chess match.
Yeah,
because those guys are both pretty slick.
I mean, if it is, it's probably going to be Paul off his back, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
probably.
how it goes.
Yeah, he's going to be the one that's going to
try
to go to the mat
signature
first,
triangle and go for that. But I don't know. I
don't
know
see him catching.
Muniz's striking is.
I don't think he's going to get caught sleeping on a triangle.
And it's open stance too. So I mean, because Muniz is southpaw, and so the right hand will be there.
Yeah.
For both guys, but I think Muniz definitely has more pop.
Yeah.
Than Paul Craig.
He's a big dude. Like, I mean, Paul Craig's no slouch.
I don't think betting on Craig as a dog's a bad idea, though. I could see him winning.
No. I mean, is that what you do for me? I wouldn't probably, but is that what you would do?
If I just,
I guess if you're looking at the live odds, and I think Muniz kind of slows down
Yeah.
towards the end because he got subbed by Brendan Allen. I think he was slowing down.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put all my eggs into the Craig basket.
I mean, it's worth it.
But if you're feeling the itch to, I might bet on a fight.
If you think it's like a 50-50 fight out there, and then obviously the value is on Paul Craig.
Right.
So take a little sprinkle on him. I mean,
Right.
You got any like method, anything, decision, fight, like either side decision, anything, either side submission.
I think Muniz finishes him with strikes.
I'm the opposite.
I mean,
think
Muniz by KO TKO is going to be a good number.
I think it's a sub by Craig or a decision by Muniz.
Yeah, that's the thing about this card. Like, we're obviously going to go through all the main card fights. Is like I'm a lot more confident in a side than I am in like a method. Like for all these fights, basically.
Oh yeah.
For most of them, like I'm a lot more confident in one guy or the other as opposed to betting. Fight goes the distance, fight doesn't go the distance, or so and so by this method. Like I don't have a great read on how these guys are going to win in a lot of these fights, including this one.
This one especially.
Yeah, like a lot of
It's a
these
tough
are
one.
super close fights. Anything else on them?
So it's I don't
It's
know.
a stay away for me.
Yeah, stay the
Yeah.
fuck away. It's too evenly matched, I think.
Yeah. Next one, I am so excited for this fight.
Yeah.
Nathaniel
Nathaniel Wood's kind of a bad motherfucker.
Yes, Nathaniel
Stud,
Wood
dude.
versus Andre Fili. Nathaniel Wood, the prospect, 19-5, 1-2 in a row, 2 since he's gone up to 45, and fighting out of England, 29 years old, 5'6". Andre Touchy Fili, 22-9, won his last fight. Fighting out of Sacramento, 33 years old, 5'11". Fili, I mean, to me, this is like punches versus kicks. Like, and it's going to be, can Nathaniel close the distance and bounce out? And Fili's going to be looking for head kicks,
Right.
Yeah.
and Fili's going to have to use his jab in this one.
From what I've seen from Wood, he's good everywhere. Like he can
Pretty well-rounded.
He has finished the fight anywhere you can think of.
Well,
Basically.
especially a guy BJJ background, like where he came from. Like,
Yeah. He's a great boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. You don't see a whole lot of guys that started with BJJ become.
Be that slick
Yeah.
on the feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Exactly.
fucking good everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
his grappling's great. His trips are great.
You're right.
He's-
Andre's only chance is to try to keep this on the feet, like you said. Look for a crazy head kick, or I mean, he's got pretty slick stand up too.
He does. That Fili to me.
It's gonna be an exciting ass fight.
It
either
is,
way.
and I'm
This is
so-
another tough one.
This
man.
is a chess.
Ah.
This is going to be a chess match. I think Fili to me is the speed disadvantage is going to be a big factor here.
I think if Wood wants to take it down to the ground, I think he can.
He can maybe, yeah.
I think that I wrote down. I'm taking Wood in this fight, but I think he's gonna do well taking him to the ground. With trips, his grappling, everything like that. I gave Andre the experience because he's fought some big names.
Oh, he has. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I
been in the
mean-
mix for a while.
Yeah,
Max, Yair, Cater,
yeah.
Michael Johnson. Although he lost all those fights, but he's got some experience.
Who was it that starched the hell out of him? Who was that?
It's probably Yair with like a jumping.
No.
Yair head kicked him.
Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yair
Okay.
head
I mean, his 2 fights ago, he got.
I mean, this one was
Or-
bad.
Was it 2 fights ago? He
We
got,
watched that fight. So I think it was
Yair
Yair.
he got a shin right
It
here,
was
right up
Yair
against
that-
Are you talking
the-
about? You're not talking about like recently, right? Okay, it's probably Yair, but his
This was years ago.
2 fights ago,
Brito
Burrito
TKO
overhanded the fuck
Yeah.
out of him 41 seconds into the fight.
Yeah.
But Nathaniel was so slick on the feet. He switches stances well. He takes his feet with him everywhere he goes. Out, in. He doesn't lean. It's just everything. His feet go with him, and he does what he does with like especially kicks. He'll switch with a kick, like if someone's throwing a kick. If it's closed stances and like Fili throws like a head kick with his right leg,
Rear leg.
he'll like switch with the defense, so it like covers that much more distance. You know what I mean?
He'll
Instead of
switch
just
his
bouncing
stance
back.
backwards?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he covers a lot more distance. Instead of just like bouncing back in the same stance, he'll bounce back and switch.
That's kind of cool.
Time.
Okay.
So he like, I mean, especially
Might
with,
also kind of set up a kick from him too.
yeah, he could. He just, I don't know. He's got a really great feel for boxing. You know, both because when he first was in the UFC, to me I was like, this guy gets hit a lot. Like he's a good striker, but he gets hit a lot. And in his last couple of fights since he went up to 45, he seems to really like have shored that up. His striking defense looked really good. Mm-hmm. Another thing, this fight against Charles Jourdain,
He
which
beat
was
the shit out of him.
he did. It was a fucking awesome fight.
Decision, but he beat the fuck out of him.
And Jourdain's
He's good.
another nasty striker.
But every time Jourdain, I mean, I'm talking like every time Jourdain threw a head kick, would kick the leg out from under him. He would time it every
Thai
time.
style.
Mm-hmm.
Kick his leg right out from under him. Fili, he likes throwing head kicks. I think Nathaniel's going to kick that
What are
leg
the
right out
odds
from
on?
under him. Odds are,
Because this one's another 50-50 for me. Both these guys are nasty.
the pick for me is Nathaniel Wood. He's minus 180, plus 155 for Fili.
Plus 155.
I think Nathaniel Wood by decision. I don't know but when the props come out, I don't know if that's going to be like a great number.
Only thing for me is like Chad said, Fili's been there, done that for a while.
Yeah.
So he's not going to see anything new, I wouldn't think.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
I just think he's
I'm kind of leaning towards Wood, but it's another kind of
Nathaniel's he's so fast.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a big problem for Fili.
And if he can, I think he can mix it up and take the fight anywhere he wants.
Yeah.
Bodied the fuck up, too. I remember that video I sent you guys of
yeah.
him just shredded.
Oh, the weight cut?
Yeah.
Was
the
that
weight
when
cut.
was that when he was cutting to 35?
Yeah.
I think so.
Where he had
Because
veins like popping out.
It
like,
looked fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was disgustingly shredded.
Look gross.
Like too shredded.
Yeah, I mean me personally, minus 180 Wood. I don't know about if I can get Wood by decision for a better price, which you're going to be able to. I would be interested in that personally.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Fili's, I don't want to call him chinny, but he's definitely been knocked out quite a bit.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, I don't know what the odds are by knockout for Wood, but
I mean, it'll probably be plus money. I think I'm assuming the bookies are probably going to think this is going the distance.
it probably is. But I'm just,
That's what I'm saying.
if
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
feel a little froggy.
Yeah.
Maybe Wood by KO TKO.
I'm sure a lot of you Brits out there are going to be looking to bet Nathaniel Wood. That might not be the worst way to do it.
I'm taking Wood.
Anything else,
That's
Chad?
what
I'm
I'm
Wood.
taking Wood as well.
Wood across the board. You guys talked me into it.
Yeah. All right. Next fight, Lerone Murphy versus Josh Culibao.
I'm excited for this one.
This is another fucking good one, man.
Also, Lerone Murphy was supposed to fight Nathaniel Wood.
Yes, he
and
was.
Nathaniel pulled out for injury, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like a few weeks out. They had a little beef there for a while,
Yeah.
talking shit.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't.
I wouldn't mind seeing that
redo
fight
it.
either.
I mean, they're fighting on the same fucking card. Like,
Right.
I don't know, but they will, I'm sure, at some point. Lerone Murphy, the Miracle. I got a lot. I'm sure you guys have probably heard about this, but we're going to talk about Lerone Murphy. 12-0-1, fighting out of England. 32 years old, 5'9". Josh Culibao, 11-1, fighting out of Sydney, Australia. 29 years old, 5'10". Lerone Murphy, he came into the UFC and he fought some good guys.
He has. I noticed that on his card or on his
And
record.
he beat them all,
last night,
obviously.
yeah.
I mean, Ricardo Ramos, he had a split draw against Zabera Tukigov, who's actually pretty solid. Ricardo Ramos.
I heard that one was. A lot of people thought he lost,
Really?
and they gave it a split draw.
could be.
That Murphy lost.
That's weird. That's on the Khabib card, too. So there's a lot of Russians in that arena, I'm sure. So Khabib Poirier,
That's
because
a
it was in
shit
Abu
card.
Dhabi, I think.
Gross.
He beat Ricardo Ramos, solid. Douglas Silva de Andrade, solid. Makwan Amirkhani knocked him the fuck out with a knee. Now after
That
this,
was disgusting.
after this
Fucked him.
Amirkhani fight, he was riding his bike and he got hit by a car.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yes, and he fought him in October 2021. Got hit by a car.
Okay.
In his words, he said he almost bled out from his head.
Oh.
That's what he said. I
Jeez.
don't know if that's.
Stop riding bicycles.
I know,
Guys.
Connor
Yeah.
learned his lesson from Lerone Murphy, I guess.
Stay off
Holy
the streets.
shit.
Go to a park.
Just get on a fucking elliptical. Get the
stationary bikes.
Yeah, what's the stationary one you buy to put in your house? What's that called? A
Peloton.
Get a Peloton. Stay off the road.
Join that cult. Fought him October 2021. Didn't fight until March of this year.
God, he must have fucked himself up. Man.
So this Gabriel Santos fight, this is one that was supposed to be Nathaniel Wood on the Usman Leon 3 card. He had a tough time with this kid. This is short notice, couple-week debut.
From LFA. He was undefeated in LFA.
This Santos guy is good. He's the one that was beating the shit out of Anama a few weeks ago and then got knocked out in the third round. He was fucking winning. And so the question is like, does the not great performance from Lerone Murphy, is that indicative of the crash or a lot better opponent than people thought, or both?
I'm going to lean towards a lot better opponent.
And then it's maybe ring rust, too.
Yeah,
a little bit of
2-year layoff, yeah. I wouldn't chalk it up to...
That Santos kid's pretty good.
He's good. I hope the UFC does not cut him. I like him a lot.
No, I think it could be a mixture of, a little bit of ring rust.
Got hit by
and
a
he
fucking car on
got
your
put
bicycle.
in like a sleeper killer kind of kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think...
I mean, he squeaked out a split decision in that one. Culibao...
Hold on, before we go to him, I have a couple things on Murphy that I think is pretty funny.
Okay.
So, in his fourth fight, he was 3-0 going into this fight.
Yeah.
He fought a guy with a record of 7-39.
Wow.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but the video I watched, we went through like all of his fights prior to the UFC, and his fourth fight, straight up. And I looked the guy up to confirm this, and it was legit. And guess what his record is since fighting him?
0-10.
He was 7-39 before he fought Murphy.
Yeah.
Now he's 7-41.
Oh.
And he retired. He called her quits after that.
Yeah.
Legend.
Wow.
Dude.
Went out with a bang.
And Murphy's only a BJJ blue belt.
Really?
I found, yeah.
Culibao. So, okay, one thing, first of all.
The Aussie.
They both did interviews with JHK, who from the All-Star MMA YouTube channel. Good interviewer, shout out. They literally both said, like, I'm basically, like, fighting myself. Like, not physique-wise by any means, but, but style.
Culibao's got a salty physique.
Yes. He used to be a fat kid, apparently. Like,
I
that's what he said.
You can kind of see it.
Pretty wild that he's down to 145, though. But
I mean, they both switch stances. They're both kind of primarily boxers with, like, good low kicks. And
it's going to be a kickboxing fight, I believe.
Yeah, they're both like, I know what I wrote down for Lerone. They're crisp boxer, but he's got low volume. So but with Culibao, he will blitz you. Like he does.
I have seen
around
him
the same, but he will blitz.
He likes to clinch up against the fence a little bit, too,
Yeah.
and kind of dirty box and work from there, too.
And he has from judging off his fights and stuff, he can sub you on the ground. He can take you out.
Well, his last one against Melsik Bagdasaryan, who's fighting on the card tonight at the time of recording this, he was losing. Melsik, I mean, it wasn't
he got that
a landslide, but he literally
naked.
like kicked his leg out, and the guy fell down, and he just jumped on his back and subbed him.
Yeah,
it was like an over the chin kind of choke.
Yeah.
Too. I don't think it was
he's tough too. Like his last loss was Jalen Turner.
Yeah.
He got TKO'd.
He's 3-1-1 in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Culibao to me that is the reason I'm going to pick Lerone.
Oh, you're going to take Murphy in this?
Yes, is this Sungwoo Choi fight? He won split decision, but Sungwoo Choi he's pretty good actually, but he can kind of get drawn into like a war.
Yeah.
And just start banging.
Yeah.
And Lerone Murphy does not. I mean, he got a little sloppy in that last one, but I think obviously the ring rust may have been a factor.
He's like real calculated with his striking.
He's very disciplined.
He gets a good read on guys and sees what they're doing wrong.
He doesn't, start dropping his hands and
that's more full.
And just slugging and stuff. Like he's very disciplined. I think Lerone's definitely got the power advantage.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Culibao, I mean, he likes to kind of counter with a big flurry. So
if Culibao can turn it into a dogfight, but I don't think Murphy's going to go for it like you said.
No. Yeah, I went with Murphy, too. I picked him to win, too.
Did you guys see Culibao's UFC debut?
Which one was it? Jalen?
He went up to 155 to fight Jalen Turner.
Yeah, we got
It's for his
TKO.
fucking debut. Short notice debut.
I didn't watch that one back, but I mean that's kind of like Jalen Turner's short notice debut against Luque at 70.
Yeah.
He got knocked out.
There is a common theme with these guys. They have all fought Charles Jourdain. All of them.
Culibao did too.
Culibao went to a draw with him, and then fucking Nathaniel Wood. I don't know if Andre Fili did.
I don't think so.
All these guys have fought him.
I like Charles Jourdain.
I do too.
No, that's what I was saying. These guys. A lot of these guys beat him. I did notice that. Same thing that they've all fought Charles Jourdain.
The odds are
I bet it's pretty close.
minus 145 Lerone Murphy.
Maybe not.
Plus 125. I mean that's fairly close.
I'm going Murphy.
It opened at 225 for Lerone, and it's come all the way down to 145. Meaning people are hammering Culibao pretty.
I'm going to take Murphy, but
People might be falling in love with the whole close fight of Santos. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna read into that too much though.
No.
Culibao's tough though, man. I think he's gonna hang in there. I don't know if I would put a finish on anybody.
I think decision's probably the way to do it.
I think Murphy's just gonna basically outsmart him on the feet and beat him up.
Culibao does have sneaky power though. Like
Yeah.
that Bagdasarian guy, he dropped him with a jab.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
I do like him. I watched a couple of his interviews. He seems like a pretty cool dude.
yeah.
I like all the Aussies, man. They're awesome.
Personally, I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to get to Lerone at minus 145. I kind of like the fight goes to decision prop, but that might not be a super spectacular number either. I mean, are you seeing a finish or?
I'm not.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think I'm seeing a finish
Unless
it gets into one of those dog fights, but I just don't see Murphy falling into one of those.
I think they're both technical enough and good enough to not get.
I mean, maybe
finished.
Murphy clips Culibao, maybe.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I see it going to a decision
yeah. I think take the.
via
If
kickboxing
you're-
clinic by Murphy.
If you're super confident on one side or the other, maybe take it by decision, or even the money line's not terrible, minus 145 plus 125. But me personally, I'm probably looking fight goes the distance. Prop, which is going to be minus something, but that's where I'd be looking. Ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Another one I'm super excited about.
Yep.
One of my favorite fighters, not even fucking around.
I'm a little nervous for him though.
Yeah, Jai Herbert versus Ziam. Jai Herbert, one of the best nicknames in the UFC, the Black Country Banger.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Come
I
on.
didn't realize he was 35 fucking years old though.
Yeah,
Me either.
12-4-1, coming off a draw. Which, side note, he would have won, but he got a point taken.
Yeah.
I'm super nervous for Jai, dude.
Fighting out of Wolverhampton, England, 35 years old, 6'1", versus Ziam, who's like kind of the exact same person, just not from England. Smile killer, 13-4, coming off a win, 26 years old. That's
He's
that's
young
the
as
big
shit.
difference. 6'1", fighting out of Killcliff.
Who we got first?
Jai, I love Jai. Slick boxing.
He's just so chinny.
That's the big
That's his
thing
big
here.
downside.
Ziam is not.
And dude,
he's not going to put you out.
Look at
Or
his
he doesn't put a lot of guys out at least. But
his UFC record's not that great either.
no, I mean
2 wins.
he got subbed by Trinaldo. Somewhat easily. Topuria, he beat the shit out of Topuria. Like
He
dropped
dropped
twice.
him with a head kick
Yeah.
in the first round. He almost put the fight away in the
And
first round.
the flurry that was the finish, he clipped Topuria like a half second before he got clipped.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like same exchange.
Yeah,
turned
with left.
Topuria head.
Yep, turned his head. He just that other
got
punch
hit,
coming
yeah.
with the right finished him. I mean, he
And
got knocked. the
Trinaldo,
fuck out.
Trinaldo killed him. That was the one.
Trinaldo-
That was the one where Dan Hardy was
Yeah.
like yelling at Herb, "Stop the fucking fight!"
Yeah,
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
So, but on the other side, Ziam, good kickboxer,
Former
and
K1 champ.
yeah. And his last fight he showed, it was against Michael Figlak. I'm not even really sure who that is, to be honest. But he showed a little bit of like a wrestling wrinkle in that one.
Oh, I'm sure.
But-
I did not see the T-Rex fight though. I knew he lost, but I didn't watch that one back.
It was just, I think he basically threw a punch and
Got wrestled.
just got taken down and subbed. I mean,
A lot of his wins are by decision.
That's the
like a
thing.
shitload of them.
Yeah.
he's kind of he stands very like rigid, always unorthodox, and kind of just picks at you. Jab.
Although
I feel like he might be left-handed because he throws a really nice jab and a really nice left hook, and there's not a ton of like right hands coming.
Yeah.
Dude, beat Malarkey though.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I said he's a long guy, stands stiff, is what I said. But I noticed that in his wins, he utilizes leg kicks, keeps that distance, has power, but doesn't seem like he knows it. Like, that's what I
Dude, he just kind of picks. I mean, he just kind of picks.
Which is great for Jai because he does not need to fight a power puncher at all.
I think, although Ziam showed like a little bit of wrestling in his last one, Jai's a decent wrestler. I don't think he's going to get taken down. This guy's not Moicano by any means. And I think Jai just flows a little better on the feet.
I said Jai, always moving, very crisp.
Yeah.
If he had a few more finishes like from the feet, I'd probably lean towards him, but I don't know. I think Jai can, like you said.
I think this is another
he's
one
more
that
fluid. I think he can.
Jai stings a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the more knockoutable guy is definitely Jai, but the one that's more likely to knock somebody out is Jai.
Right.
Yeah,
I think I like Jai in this one, dude.
I'm going Jai.
I picked Jai as well.
The odds.
I bet Jai's still a dog.
So it's minus 105 Jai, minus 115 Ziam. Completely even, basically. Jai started minus 155, and he's come all the way down. So people have been betting Ziam, who opened at plus 135.
Wow.
He's come down to minus 115. It's probably, I'm assuming the public is like, okay, whoever's the dog here, I'm just going to take. Because it's that close.
The thing with the Ziam, though, if he beat freaking Malarkey.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good win.
It's a good win at the time, but I mean, Malarkey's not.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really that special. I think Jai could beat Malarkey.
Think so?
The ghoul. I call him the ghoul. Yeah. He just looks like a fucking horror.
I don't know. I'm excited either way. Whoever wins, it's going to be a kickboxing fucking match, and it's going to be badass.
Yeah, I don't think grappling is going to be a factor here at all.
Absolutely not. I think, and like you said, if it is, Jai's not going to get taken down by this guy, I don't think.
If he does, he's popping right up. Right. I think Jai's actually a half-decent grappler. He's just fought some good grapplers. And McKinney subbed.
I like Jai.
I'm going Jai.
Hammer fucking Herbert.
I mean, I bet Jai like a while ago at a way worse price than this. So minus 105 for Jai, you could just take money line. It doesn't matter. Prop goes the distance. It doesn't even matter.
It'll be the distance, I think.
I mean, you could go Jai by decision if you like him and get a better price, but minus 105, I mean, you might as well just go with that, honestly. Yeah. If he does get the finish, then you're going to feel all right. Anything else, Chad?
I think so. I got Jai. I think he's a stud. I'm a fan. I may be biased, but I think I put my money on Jai.
All right, up next, Meatball Molly McCann versus Julija, whatever, Stoliarenko. Molly McCann, 13-5, coming off an ass whooping by Erin Blanchfield.
An absolute ass whooping.
Fighting out of Liverpool. Everyone knows that because she just flaunts it.
She's famous off of someone else's name.
Barstool.
Yes. And
Patty. 33 years old, 5'4", really tall. Yulia Stoliarenko, 10-7-1.
Whenever you pull up her record, look at her wins and losses in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, in her last 5, she's lost 4 of them. Let's put it that way.
That's all of her UFC fights. She's 1-4.
Yeah.
Her win was
she beat Jessica Rose Clark. I mean, how much worse of a loss can you get, Jessica Rose Clark?
Dude, she is 1-4. Yeah. How do you still have a job? We talk about this all the time. Why do some fighters get the chance to hang around like that?
Because, well, first of all, I don't know if this is why.
They just save them for people they like Molly.
But she's also like super tight with Tabitha Ricci. They train together. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but also they want to take their chicks and get them a win. You know what I mean? Like, I can see Miranda Maverick fighting this chick.
I'm pulling for however you Yulia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull for her.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening.
I went with meatball.
Yeah.
I said.
I bet she's a heavy favorite
it's
too.
Molly. Yeah,
I said, bring back the spinning elbow.
Yeah.
I said, and please God, don't go to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, I mean, we talked about Chelsea Chandler last week. Stoliarenko, she got a takedown on Chelsea Chandler.
Yeah.
But it almost seems like if she takes you down once and doesn't get an armbar, she just is done.
Yeah.
I mean, she's fucked.
Yeah.
She might take
That
Molly
armbar
down
she got
once.
on Clark was pretty slick, though.
It was 42 seconds
Yeah.
for her first attempt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of the factor.
I mean,
the
she
way
went
this goes.
3 straight losses in the UFC. And they gave her another one.
They might give her another one after this. Even.
I just don't understand it. I
mean,
mean, someone to explain to me why.
They gave her Jessica Rose Clark, hoping that Jessica Rose Clark would win because she's hot and the UFC wants her to do good.
Yeah.
And she still lost. I mean, fuck. Molly McCann minus 325.
Didn't she get cut after that?
Yes. Plus 250, Stoliarenko. I'm actually surprised that's not worse.
Me too.
I mean, I figured all these British
Watch her
people,
pull an upset out of nowhere, though.
and Molly started at minus 400 and
Holy
came
shit.
down to 325. So it's like I can't. I mean, maybe Fight Week. I could see Fight Week. All the local people that are going to go to the event just start hammering her, and it shoots way up.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're wanting to take a minus 325 favorite in Molly, do it now.
I'm not that confident in Molly. I think she's going to win, but I'm not like it's not a for sure like she's going to win for me.
Yeah,
For me,
she's,
it
I mean,
is.
she's obviously the
You
better
think so?
striker on her
Yeah.
feet, but I
I
don't.
don't. This Stoliarenko girl, terrible striking defense.
What if she gets one of them arm bars?
That's her one shot. It's,
I
it's
know.
that first armbar attempt.
Eh.
If she gets her down,
Hail Mary.
I don't see it.
I'm talking out of my ass. Molly's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, Blanchfield like hitting an armbar on Molly or something is different. Is that how she lost?
Kimura.
Kimura, yeah. I mean, but Aaron Blanchfield and Stoliarenko is just a whole different thing.
It's in London, too.
I mean, I honestly Molly inside the distance or TKO might not be a bad look because Julija kind of
That crowd is going to be all up her ass.
they're gonna freak out like she beat somebody who matters. You know?
She's gonna jump over the cage,
Yeah.
hug Dave Portnoy.
She's going to make
and-
out with everybody, and fucking Patty's going to jump in there and be 225 pounds and not looking like he's ready to fight at all.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I've been waiting to put my life savings on the other guy that he's fighting, and I wanted to do it against Jared Gordon, and then they fucked Jared Gordon.
Right. It'll happen. No, that was fight of the night. What are you talking about?
Did they give it to
That's
him?
what Patty was saying.
Oh,
After he got that, he squeaked out that win. He was like talking about performance of the night, fight of the night, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, that was a shit fight.
if you guys can't tell, we do not like him. Actually, Chad kind of does. I think.
I think he's a cool dude. He's funny.
I think like some of
I
the
don't-
videos I've seen, I think he's funny. But
I think they're trying to treat him like Sugar Sean, but he is not nowhere near at the level Sugar Sean is.
No.
I thought that we're going way off topic here, but
Okay.
I thought that Sugar Sean was going to be the same. Like he was just all hype, wasn't that good.
And then he came out and
Sean's actually fucking good.
Yeah.
But I don't feel the same about Patty. I think he's getting blown way out of proportion. Anyways,
Yeah, no, I agree.
back to the card.
And that's why the UFC's they're not going to give him. They're not going to give him somebody really good until they absolutely have to.
And he's like 30. Like he's not like super young.
Yeah,
He might
All
not
right.
be 30 yet, but he's getting there.
he's got to be at least 29.
Yeah.
I thought he was older than 30, but he's not.
Let's get to the future of the heavyweight
Yes.
division.
This,
oh yeah,
okay. Tom Aspinall versus Marcin Tybura.
It's not a layup coming off the knee injury, though.
No,
Tybura's beat some names.
that's the knee injury is the only reason it's not. I think, or potentially not. Tybura
Was it a full ACL tear?
Chad?
he said that it was a full ACL tear. He said that he heard it long before that fight, before Blades happened.
Yeah.
He said it had been hurting him for, he said, years.
Oh, really?
So it was probably a partial tear at one point, and then the Blades had just finally
I
went
think
out.
it saved Curtis an ass whooping.
But
Yeah.
he went and said, Aspinall came out and just said, I feel like, he's like, my knees, and who knows, he's probably going to say this, because no one's going to say, hey, my knees still fucking sucks right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
But he's going to say, my knees haven't felt this way before ever.
I think after
said, "I feel
actually
stronger,
injuring
faster."
yourself, you wouldn't come back if you weren't 100%.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
that,
he's...
and if he was like training and fighting on a fucked up knee for so long, he's probably like, damn, this feels fucking great.
I can train even better now.
Yeah. All right, Tom Aspinall, 12-3, coming off a loss. fighting out of Liverpool, 30 years old, 6'5".
If Frank Mir had a son, it would be him.
Yeah.
I cannot get over that.
Marcin Tybura.
Yeah.
That's his nickname.
Explain that.
I couldn't.
Tybur's got to mean something in Poland, maybe.
I guess.
30, almost 38 years old.
24-7, coming off of 2 wins in a row, fighting out of Poland.
And he has had
37,
so
6'3".
many UFC fights, by the way.
Yeah.
He has.
Like fucking 15
He's
of
fought
them.
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
I
has
put
fought
that,
everybody.
He's a formidable opponent. Like he's got the experience.
Oh, yeah.
I put that he's also hittable. I also put that he's never been subbed ever.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
this is a guy that might be able to do it.
Yeah.
here's what I think.
Dude, beat Big Ben Rothwell.
I think Tom Aspinall can beat him however he wants to.
I think he's going to box him up, potentially the whole fight.
Tybura, he's never been subbed, but I think Tom could sub him if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, with Tom,
Five-rounder.
I said literally 1 year out of fighting, what Aspinall are we going to get? And then I also put future champ.
Yeah.
Dude, future. I think he's a future.
Yeah.
I freaking love this
If
guy.
he comes back to like the way he fought against Volkov, I mean, he straight arm locked Volkov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not even like an armbar.
Like with ease.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I think he's going to come
TKO'd
back.
Spivak,
Yeah.
Like Spivak's a tough. What they call? What's his name? The
polar bear.
the polar
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah.
I wanted to say brown bear, but he's
Tybura's he's so like goofy and fucking like chubby and shit. Like, and he's kind of. I think Tom's gonna be so much faster than him.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's gonna straight
Tybura
punches.
also beat Spivak too. So
Yeah.
I think that's like where the heavyweight division should be going. Is like the quicker, faster guy.
well, that's
not
what we
like
thought too with Gone.
Gone, yeah, that's true.
So
But I mean, he got choked out by another really fast guy, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
arguably one of the greatest fighter of all time.
Probably
you
the
know?
goat.
Yeah.
Let's
Gone.
be honest.
I think Gone had a mindset problem there.
Yeah, I do too. I think Tom is dangerous against literally anyone you put in front of him, though.
And so
Agreed.
like betting wise, like what I was thinking is like, okay, if you want to bet Tom inside the distance, that makes sense. But what I'm wondering is like, obviously Tom wants to like win dominantly, but is he gonna like? Do you think if he knows like, okay, I'm beating the shit out of this guy, is he gonna say, hey, I want to get as much time in here as possible to get back?
Man,
Because like I'm just thinking like a minute finish. Like I don't know.
like kind of like a John Jones situation.
Yeah, like,
where
is he
not
gonna
that he
want
was out
that?
that long, but
I mean,
I think guys like that, once they get to a certain level, I don't know if that matters as much. Like if they're like having it in the back of their mind, like, oh, I should maybe. I think if they can get him out of there, they're going to get him out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess at heavyweight especially.
Right. If it was a 3-rounder, I would probably lean towards more decision. But since there's 2 extra rounds for Tom to get him the fuck out of there, I think he's going to. Whether it be by, like you said, by whatever he wants.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tybura is. I mean, he's been knocked out. I think he's probably. I mean,
Didn't Black Beast knock him out a long time ago?
Yeah, I think so.
God damn, a long time
Yeah,
ago.
in
5 years
2018.
ago.
But
Holy shit.
I mean, even like the Walt Harris fight, we were talking about Walt last week. I mean, he took a beating.
Tybura did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he came back and won. So he's fairly durable. So I don't think Tom's going to just spark him out in 30 seconds. But
Yeah,
Man, I
I
don't know
literally
if
put
Tom's
he's
gonna want
hittable
to.
and tough.
yeah, I think Tom's going to just pick at him, kick his
I
legs.
think that's what we'll see.
Yeah.
And
I
if
think he
wants
still
to
probably
mix it-
finishes him, but
Yeah. I think if he wants to mix it up and get a little grappling exchange, I think he might do that. But against, like you said, Pig, he's going to pick at him, kick the legs, box him up a little bit.
and he's
I
just.
want to see him get it to the mat, though.
Yeah.
I want to see Tom hit a nasty sub.
I just don't. I don't think. I mean, Tybura is solid on the mat, but I just don't see how. If Tom wants to find a submission and he's got time,
Let's say minus 450.
440 for Tom. Well, Bovada, yeah. I always
Bet
look
online.
That's because that's
Minus
what I have.
440. Holy shit.
Yeah, minus 440 for Tom, plus 340 for Tybura.
I just don't see a shot in hell for Tybura, man.
I've already parlayed Tom with a couple of guys on the card that we're currently watching. But I mean that's the only way you can do it. I mean, if you're taking money line, 440 is just not really. I mean, if that's your style, go for it. But
Yeah.
I'm not taking that. I mean, Tom inside the distance is gonna be not very good. It's gonna be minus 200 plus probably.
Like
And
I said,
then
if it was 3 rounds,
the method's tough too. I mean, Tybura's never been sub, so that'll get you a better price if you want to try that. But like,
Tom might be the guy to do it.
yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, when they're this wide, it's tough.
Yeah.
I would maybe. I mean, you could parlay Tom for sure.
Yeah, definitely throw him in the mix for that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Tom to come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was super bummed
I
when
hope-
he blew his knee, man.
Oh yeah, that
was
sucks.
so shitty.
Luckily, he's just now 30 years old.
Right,
So it's
and
like,
that is like 15 in heavyweight years. Like, he's got a solid 10
he's
years
literally
left.
like the Raul Rosas of heavyweights.
No, I think
Which is
a
insane.
year out, Tom's gonna come. I think he's gonna come back crisp. I think.
Tom's dad won the belt at like 20.
Tom's dad. Oh,
Frank
Frank.
Mir.
I thought you were talking about his
So he
actual
was like
dad.
a toddler in heavyweight
Oh,
years
yeah.
back then.
Speaking of his dad, he trains with his dad.
He trained with
real
his
dad.
actual
Yeah,
dad.
his real dad. His real dad.
Not Frank.
Not Frank.
Anything else from that one?
Tom by landslide.
Yeah.
I think Tom. Yeah,
I wouldn't bet on anything finish wise, but definitely he's a parlay, almost a.
If your book
He's a
will,
parlay, fucking surefire. Do it. I think.
if your book will let you parlay him inside the distance, maybe you can do that. My Bet Online doesn't let you do that. It doesn't let you parlay props with anything else.
Really.
So, but if your book lets you, go ahead and give that a go. Is that it? Anything else?
I think
It's a fun card. I'm
good.
excited.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you said, if there was a belt at the top, it's a pay-per-view all day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially in England. I mean, that crowd, they're going to sell it out, whether it is or isn't a paper, or
I love dude,
pay-per-view,
the UK
but-
crowds are sick.
Yeah. Aspinall, I think he's basically headlined like every UK card aside from the one that Leon did.
Why not?
For like 5 years.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
He's the fucking man.
Well, thanks for watching. Head over to Instagram at HOR Podcast, TikTok at Hungover Handwrite. Hit like and subscribe on YouTube, and
Do them all.
do it all. We'll be back
Do it
with
all.
we'll be back with next week's preview too, and every week after that. So
Yes, sir.
thanks for watching. See you guys.
Peace.